Industry Minister François-Philippe Champagne speaking about that Rogers takeover of Shaw. Here he is. Let's listen.
Il demeure mon objectif premier. Cela guide chacune de mes décisions concernant le secteur des télécoms. My position on the transaction between Rogers and Shaw has been clear from the outset, and I think Canadians have heard me many times. That's why I denied the transfer of spectrum licenses between Rogers and Shaw, essentially ending that original merger proposal. Since then, the Competition Bureau, the Competition Tribunal, and the Federal Court of Appeal have all weighed in on the impacts a fourth national player could have on the state of competition in our telecom sector. And most importantly, Canadians have been very, very clear with me. Indeed, the message I hear from Canadians everywhere I go is the same. We pay way too much for telecom services, and we want more options, full stop. En effet, je pense que tous les Canadiens s'entendent pour dire que nos services de télécom coûtent trop cher et qu'ils souhaitent avoir d'autres options. Point final. The evidence is undeniable. The way to drive down prices is through competition. Having a fourth strong national player does lead to lower prices. That's why today I'm informing Canadians that on their behalf, I have secured an unprecedented and legally enforceable set of commitments from both Rogers and Videotron. And after imposing strict conditions, the licenses from Freedom Mobile will be transferred to Videotron. Aujourd'hui, je suis en mesure d'informer les Canadiens qu'en leur nom, j'ai sécurisé un ensemble d'engagements sans précédent dans l'histoire du Canada et juridiquement contraignants de la part de Rogers et de Videotron. Après avoir imposé des conditions strictes, les licences de Freedom Mobile seront transférées à Videotron. I want to be clear with everyone that I will ensure that a new fourth national player can go toe-to-toe with the big three and actually drive down prices. These conditions and enforceable commitments should not be taken lightly. There are 21 of them in total. Pour Videotron, cela veut dire, entre autres, offrir des forfaits au minimum 20 % plus bas que ceux offerts par ses concurrents, une exigence d'investir 150 millions de dollars pour mettre à niveau le réseau de Freedom Mobile au cours des 2 prochaines années et une restriction de transférer les licences de Freedom Mobile pour une période de 10 ans. I have also secured a wide-ranging set of commitments from Rogers on behalf of Canadians, and they are also legally binding. They include, among others, the establishment of a Western headquarters in Calgary to be maintained for a minimum of 10 years, the creation of 3,000 new jobs in Western Canada, which must be maintained for a minimum of 10 years, a commitment to invest $5.5 billion to expand 5G coverage and additional network services, and a commitment to invest $1 billion to connect rural, remote, and Indigenous communities in our country. Should either party breach any of these commitments, they will be required to pay significant financial damages, up to $200 million in the case of Videotron, and up to $1 billion in the case of Rogers. Si l'une ou l'autre des parties contrevient à l'un ou l'autre de ces engagements, elle s'exposera à d'importantes pénalités financières.
Okay, so it is official, kind of confirming what we heard from Bloomberg News earlier today, that in fact Francois-Philippe Champagne, Canada's industry minister, giving his blessing, or giving the country's blessing effectively, to the takeover of Shaw from Rogers, but also the licenses moving to Videotron, which is Quebecor in Quebec. So that deal is going ahead, calling it unprecedented and legally secured commitments. Quite historic day in Canada, basically adding a fourth strong national player to the telecom market.
Which he says will definitely help competition. And you talked about legally binding. So some of the things that they're promising is the establishment of Western headquarters in Calgary, as well as the establishment of 3,000 jobs throughout Canada.
It's been a 2-year saga.